What's going on, guys? Welcome back to It Doesn't Have to Make Sense. I am Shoki, and we're here with another music video reaction. And this one is a reaction to a new song from I would call him a friend, named Bobby Skullface. Now, music is not his daytime job. It's not even his side job. It is his hobby. And once a year, on New Year's, he releases a new music video and has done so for the last 5 years, and I am a fan of his music. Now, he has gotten into some interesting new music types in the last year, and that's fine. He's got into a lot more of the New York what is it, not grind, but some screw grind something type of music. That's how little I know about it. But if you are familiar with Pop Smoke, that is one of his favorite artists of the last 2 years. Unfortunately, with the all too untimely passing of him last year, really made a big impact on Bobby. I know that for a fact. And I'm fairly certain that this song probably going to have some aspects of that. Now, is he the greatest rapper ever? Bobby, that is. No. Does he put a lot of his own soul into the lyrics and stuff like that? Yes. And he shoots these videos on his own, with his family, on location nearby. He tried to take the money from the previous record sale to pay for studio time, or use his AdSense to pay for studio time. So this man is entirely self-funded, or at least fan-funded. And like I said, he's a lot like me. I follow very much kind of what he does with his collecting of other things like this, action figures, Transformers, and the like. And the idea that, look, I'm going to do what I want to do and go from there. So this is his new thing. Now, it is a long song, which is crazy. It's like 5 minutes long, 4 minutes and 55 seconds, but it's all good. It's called Chlorine. That's going to be interesting. I gotta make sure I'm doing all the things. Yes, everything is recording currently. I've only barely heard any music out of this, like just the beat a little bit. Other than that, this is going to be completely fresh to me. He did release this actually early by accident. He meant to release it at midnight, and he released it at like 9 p.m. So it's like, oh well. And I'm shooting this, of course, early January, not even remotely close, as you guys saw from the previous video. So, Bobby Skullface, Chlorine. All right. Wifey, Mrs. Skullface. Very interesting beat.
There's 3 sides to a story.
Yes.
This is mine.
Alright.
It all started off with a pad and a pen, madder than sin. Glad to begin that I wrote GMC with a brief bit on me, asking for a plug, telling me, yeah, I received that. Watch that. Top hat. Now every week I'm on their podcast. That's not a flex. I don't beat my chest. I don't get upset. Maybe a little. And I had all those dudes in my house, in my kitchen, at my table. I should mention I don't eat wearing dishes. Hold on, wait a minute. Listen, didn't it get?
It wouldn't pause. I was watching to make sure I didn't accidentally do things. So when he's talking about, when he said podcast back here, he's wearing the hoodie of his podcast, Nerd Rage Radio. By all means, go follow.
That's not a flex. I don't beat my chest. I don't get upset. Maybe.
So I'm not sure where he shot this, but it's a cool looking studio area. I don't beat my chest.
And I had all those dudes in my house, in my kitchen, at my table. I should mention I don't eat wearing dishes. Hold on, wait a minute. Listen, didn't it get heated for a minute, but they played their position. 6 years later, dude is funny to me. Vegetarians didn't want beef, and I mean that figuratively, and I mean that literally. And
Okay, so some of this I feel like, yeah, definitely his normal style, but he's definitely being influenced. I really dig this beat though. And yeah, his voice can be annoying. I don't care. I like Bobby. Pants are sagging a little bit. It's what happens when you lose weight. Yeah, he's been working hard. He's been working hard to make himself fit. Also, happy belated birthday to him, and of course, his wife, and me. We all had birthdays within about 2 weeks of each other.
they really don't know how to deal with me. Then suddenly they really had to deal with me. Figured it was time and I needed to grow. I walked on out, no hard feelings for those. Tried to keep it peaceful, kept my mouth sewn. And they still talk about me on that bum ass show. SCU, Greg T2, shattered the cast, Listeners came too. History is on the side of any guy that writes sit down, read between the lines of the line, seek and then go find it out. They're selling to survive it, that don't mean you gotta buy it now. It's my side of the story, that chlorine to sanitize it down. Started reviewing this.
Interesting. So a lot of times he is either analyzing the culture, analyzing the community. Last time it was analyzing himself. This one's interesting because, one, he shouted out SCU. That was another podcast he was on before, Shattercast Uncut. And those, a lot of the guys he's showing are from Shattercast, especially Matthew Deluxe Baldwin back there, the bigger gentleman with the glasses who smacked him on the butt. See, can I back up to that? That guy right there. Also, what was happening? This is back in 2014. That's funny. So this is more than likely from TFCon or BotCon or any of those like that. But that's just funny. But it's I'm trying to figure out who or what he's going after here.
It's my side of the story, that chlorine to sanitize it down. Started reviewing, let's get down to business. I was tired of these channels selling me bullshit with all sauce, no feeling, no opinion, no realness, no passion, just business, just rations, concealing, nothing for the culture, nothing for community, nothing but vultures. Industry immune, don't ask me why I don't get the toys first.
Okay, so that's something that he's really big about. He's a very honest reviewer. He's a lot like myself. I'm going to tell it like it is. It doesn't matter if somebody's giving me something or everybody else has praised something. I'm going to give my honest opinion. It's one of the things that I really do follow from him. And like I said, it's like, look, I started doing this because I got tired of the fakers, the people who are out there just doing whatever. No community, no anything like that behind him. And Bobby's built a heck of a community. And associated to a lot of other communities. It's just like circles of branches going out, and you know, I'm happy to be ever so tiny connected to that. That's a joke AW there on the stool. I've interviewed them. Actually, I've interviewed Bobby before too. I've interviewed Joe as well. Very long 2-part podcast for that. Let me back up here. Okay.
Culture, nothing for community, nothing but vultures. Industry immune, don't ask me why I don't get the toys first. The answer is I never really put the toys first. And those that did always put the noise first. I'm an orphan at heart, now I put the boys first. Robert just hung this. Jesus, I spent ish. Look at what I did, set fire every vision. I still double back to amend every inch. And I made every mistake you could make. And I turned down everything you would take. Courage and convictions, that's a trait that I lose most of them like the skin is flaked off a snake. And to think I would waste my time on the likes of these fakes that would chase the tide. But here I am, them the stakes, them the rules, them the breaks. History is on the side of any guy that writes it down. Read between the lines of the line, seek and then go find it out. They're selling to survive it, that don't mean you gotta buy it now. It's my side of the story, that chlorine to sanitize it down. Let me tell you what mattered to me.
Please do.
Integrity, truth, honesty, my balls, my word, my dogs, my lord, my wife, my kids, my core, my name, my rep, my four. Plus I gave back, that. Interviews and podcasts, I did that. College radio, anything I was asked, so I built everything on the back of that. You can set your clock to it, should I speak on that? Want some 2 Live crew, that's nasty facts. Had everybody lined up trying to get at me. Companies and fans, the whole industry, American distributors, give wind to me and add me to the list that really want to get rid of me. Events all the boys that I'm self-absorbed, so I nerve rage out just to give the folks more. Starting up the show to put more on the floor. NRR with the Dolphin and Chris. Cool Table Network, hard to forget. And now all I got is a heart and a fist. Cost me the price of my childhood friend. Casualty award, yes, it was what it is. Through all the bullshit, I'm here in the booth. Running out of time, getting long in the tooth. But I don't feel a day older than 22. Think I can do better when I know something do. I look good in the robe, look weird in the suit. 40, 45, 55 splits on the 2. Added to Patreon and what I gave to you is a 24/7 raw dose of the truth. History is on the side of any guy that writes it down. Read between the lines of the line, seek and then go find it out. They're selling to survive it, that don't mean you gotta buy it now. This is my side of the story, that chlorine to sanitize it down. History is on the side of any guy that writes it down. Read between the lines of the line, seek and then go find it out. They're selling to survive it, that don't mean you gotta buy it now. This is my side of the story, that chlorine to sanitize it down.
I like that. I wonder where that sample came from.
Look. The only thing we ask is
don't take videos right.
This has got the higher, like much higher production value than the previous songs. Oh. It ended a little bit more abruptly than I thought, but yeah, dedicated to New York Mike. Yeah, he passed away a few years ago. Nice. Chlorine. Nice. I assume you can get it on iTunes and things like that. Spite was the one from last year. I really enjoyed that one. That one had a heck of a theme to it. But yeah, that was excellent job, Bobby. Wow. I'm sorry if I was kind of flat. I was trying to concentrate and listen to the lyrics. Sometimes it gets a little muddled, especially when the beat is so hard. I really dig the music. The production was definitely the best it's been, and I know trying to shoot a music video in COVID nearly impossible. They didn't go to all the locations they probably wanted to go to, just due to restrictions in the state they were in. So I know that he did what he could. I dug that. I mean, it's still got the same feel to it that he usually does, kind of dark and whatever. And you can see how his musical tastes have evolved over time. His skills in putting together beats and lyrics. This one was a deep one, especially near the end when you're talking about, if you love me, then I love you. If you hug me, then you know I'm gonna fucking hug you. And then, but the first time that it's fuck me, then it's fuck you. So it sounds like he definitely brought up the beefs from the community, brought up beefs from old friends, brought up the beefs from industry. It's kind of crazy that it's a dude that looks at toys for a hobby / living. He's not even that prominent, but he makes a name for himself being who he is instead of being what the industry and the fans demand he be. And that's something that I myself am all about. I don't necessarily care what people think about me, because I'm still going to be me. Now, I can take criticism and I can take ideas to improve, and if I adopt them, if I use them, cool. But to be demanded upon to be a certain way because that's what people's like, you gotta do this, and I'm like, no, I don't. I gotta be me. And that's something I always take to heart. And sometimes it'll cost you friends. I have YouTube friends that I've lost along the way just because they got too self-absorbed, too worried about themselves, and stopped caring about community, and only were worried about what they wanted to do and didn't care what was going on with you at all. And the same thing with real friends. Is the hardest time in my life, and probably a lot of other people's lives, to hold on to friendships and hold on to family. And right now it is a whole lot of fuck me, fuck you, get the hell out, I don't need you in my life, shut the hell up, you're not allowed to talk, things like that. There's a lot of hate in the world right now. There's a lot of division in the world right now, and I'm not going to take a stance. This is not the place for that. It is just that this is so hard to maintain who you are because there's so much pressure for people to change, fit in, or die. And then a lot of people are just like, I choose cake. What? That wasn't an option. I want cake. So it is what it is. So once again, go check out Bobby if you care. If you like the music, go follow him on any place that you can purchase music. I'm sure that he would appreciate you spending $1.99 or whatever it is for the single. Add him on Spotify if it's there. If you're interested in nerd-based lifestyle podcasts, by all means, go follow Nerd Rage Radio. I listen to them at least weekly. If sometimes I have to catch up, I'll get behind and have to catch up. And I'm glad to at least know these guys, if nothing much on a surface level where we can go and have a conversation for a while and chit chat and talk about ideas and concepts and music. I talk music with Bobby. I talk toys, action figures, Transformers, lifestyle, display ideas, things like that. So, but I will catch you guys on the next one. And once again, if you have anything to suggest, throw it down below. If you want to help support the channel, by all means, keep subscribing, keep watching, because this would be awesome to get this channel monetized. Only my original main channel is monetized, so all this work I'm doing for free, and all of this work gets copyrighted almost immediately. So I'm going to need every little bit I can. If you want to see more stuff that I could put on Patreon that you guys could help join for a little bit a month, by all means, that would be great as well. Because if I could do some content for this channel on Patreon and get you guys over there to help me support, or help support me a little bit, I will definitely do that, especially if it's requests. So that might be something I do. But I'll catch you guys next time. Remember, as always, it doesn't have to make sense. It just have to be loud. Kind of like this song. Nice and loud.